Hi and welcome. I'm Caroline Ryder of Ryder Horsemanship. This month's topic for Ask the Expert Holistic Horses monthly video is going to be about how to develop a sitting trot and into a canter transition. So we're going to talk about how I help my students, especially beginner students, embody the rhythm of the trot before they ever get on. And then how, as a trainer, you can take that embodiment, you're training or working with your own horse, and get that synergy so that you are one in the movement before you ever get on. And then how that shows up when you are riding. It builds so much more confidence in us as a rider. It builds better connection and engagement as far as the horse paying attention and focusing and being in the movement with you. So there's this tremendous level of unity that we develop in harmony. And I always like to work on this and develop it first on the ground and have a great strong foundation for partnership and harmony, so that when we get to the riding, we've developed the horse mentally and physically for balance, and now the horse is ready to help us develop that better balance as a rider in that independent seat. So I've got Sundance here, and the first thing we're going to work on is the free lunge, and it's the trot. So what I'm going to ask you to pay attention to is me more than Sundance, because I'm going to be talking about my rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you're going to watch how I can take my rhythm, my tempo, and I can change it. And I can go 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 1, 2. So I can change, and that can oscillate the tempo, because this is, either I'm going to bring that energy up within me and the movement in my hips to encourage her to match that when I'm riding, and I can start to slow my energy down and tighten up my body to discourage the movement. It's no different than what we're going to do on the ground. So I'm really teaching you how to prepare and develop yourself so that you can ask the horse with the path of least resistance, where we don't have to kick the horse to go, that we can ask with our seat, which is the captain, the driver here. We can ask, and the horse, you're also developing the horse to be that tuned in. Now we'll also refine this and show you what it looks like in a lunge, my lunge pattern or my lunge exercise. But for some of us, it's just easier to get the horse moving. It's hard to teach yourself or to learn sometimes how to correctly lunge a horse. So sometimes, it's just easier to get them moving and start to listen to the footfall in the movement and start to get in time with that. So that's what we're going to do with Sundance. Good girl. We're going to ask for a bigger walk. Good girl. Good, good, good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So look at my body. Now I'm exaggerating. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're not going to ride way up here. But what's happening inside of my body is the most important thing. I am rising up in this movement. I'm rising up through my spine in this movement. And for me, breaking down the biomechanics of the movement has been crucial to my students progressing and advancing as fast and quickly as they have. So you really need to, and isn't it wonderful when we are also in such great harmony and partnership with our horse, that what we think, our horse understands and reads. Why do you think, when you're that connected to your horse, why do you think it's that easy and magical? Because you're so clear. You, the person, are so clear about what you think transfers to what you feel in your body. And the horse can sense that. And if they're really partnering with you, then they are going to offer whatever you tell them they're going to give. So right now we're going to do this again. Good girl, babe. So I'm going to push. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now I'm going to lift and push with my seat. into, and I have my whip here to encourage forward movement. But this is the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, if I were to speed it up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's slow it down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Now what happened in my body? I slowed it down and I got tighter in my core. And so when you're riding, you're lifting up that energy into the 1, 2. It's a up and down movement when you ride. It's 1, 2, 1, 2. You can hear it. You can hear the footfall. So I'm lifting up my body. I'm in that movement, and then I'm going to take that movement away. Good girl. I forgot that my gate's open and my horse hasn't left the round pen. If the camera wants to go pan over there, that's pretty nice. So watch this for a second or a minute. We're going to now ask for the trot to the canter in the free lunge. So 1, 2, push it. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good girl. Good. Then watch what happens. Again, I'm exaggerating. I want you to keep, you can see the rhythm in my hand here, but the rhythm's inside my body. And if I ask for the walk, and she doesn't know verbal cues, because if I say trot right now, she's not going to do anything. But I want her out. Good girl. And let's see if I can just pick up the trot. There we go. Good girl. And let's see if I can ask for the canter without using my whip aid. So watch how I'm lifting with my seat, because that's how I want her. Now let's do this again. Good girl. Trot. That's right. Now ask with the canter, because that's how you're going to canter, with your seat. And I'm going to do the TROT with my head. And there's the rhythm. I'm not going to ride like this. I just want you guys to see how I'm embodying it. It comes up through the base of your spine, your seat, to the top of your head, because when you're trotting, the sitting trot, you feel it. And then I'm going to lift up. Come on. Lift up into the canter. Lift up into the canter. Lift up into the canter. I don't want her pulling me into the canter with her front end. I want her lifting with her hind end. Good girl. And then we're going to go back to the 2 beat. Isn't that pretty cool? So I know for some of you, a lot of you, it may be really difficult watching this to catch what I'm doing. And it does take time. It takes a trained eye. But I'm exaggerating my body. When you see me ride, you're not going to see me ride like this, but you're going to see my hips engaged. So I really want you to get in your body, open up your body, use your pelvis more, learn how to rise up through your spine to ask for engagement of your body and engagement of the horse's body. Learn how to hold that position, yet not with brace or resistance. Hold it up here, and then if I want to quiet it, how do I quiet my body? And of course, you've got to work towards your horse paying attention and understanding these aids and these cues, and also cooperating and being obedient. So right now, the free lunge is mostly about you getting in rhythm with the horse's movement, listening to it, feeling it, and playing with it. Play with this. See how your horse responds when you take that 2 beat away and you slow the tempo down to a 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Play with that. Okay, so now we're going to work on our lunge on line. You're going to be doing the same thing except on line. And the purpose of this is the lunging, my lunge method, is to create balance and self-carriage, so that when we do go to canter, when we ride and work and do all of these transitions, the horse has the best possible balance that they can have before the rider gets on, as well as a lot of strength. Go on, baby. I know, I love you too. But you got to go on out. Mm-hmm. Come on, girl. And she's awfully huggy today. She hasn't seen me, spent much time with me this week. All right, so right now I'm just looking for slack in the rope for her to arc around me, bend a little bit. I'd like a nice energetic walk, so she's stretching. Good girl. I'm going to move a little bit further away from the camera. Good girl. Good. Now I'm just looking for energy right now. Good. And this whip's purpose is to help her inside hind leg, her weight-bearing leg, for balance to come underneath of her to stretch. This is her leg for balance, the inside hind. Good. Good. So I'm going to ask for the 2 beat. Good girl. And I'm going to embody it. Now you're going to see me get really quiet because the 2 beat is within me. It's not going to show up on the outside. I'm going to shape her a little bit. Nope. Good girl. Get that bend a little. Good girl. And I'm going to ask for the canter. So you lift up. There you go. In your hips. Good. And then back to the 2 beat. Good. Good girl. This is her tougher side. Good. Let's go work this side. And there's our 2 beat. Again, it's going to show up inside of me. I'm counting in my head. Ride from the inside. Now we're going to ask for the canter. There you go. It's just a little lift with the hips. And where's the rhythm? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And back to the 2 beat. Good girl. So transitions are really important for your horse to be able to pick up the canter and go back to 1, 2, 1, 2. Very good. Good girl. Let me just get her hiney out a little bit. Yep, you need to bend a little bit more around me, my dear. Good girl. Good girl. Good. I'm going to ask for the canter. Come on. And then I'll use my whip just to pop the ground a little. Good, good, good. And then back to 1, 2, 1, 2. And then back to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's our walk. So getting your horse to be that tuned into you, it does take some time. But think about how wonderful it's going to be to ride this. There's no other feeling than to have a horse have that kind of connection with you in partnership, where your aids are just a minimal. The horse is really with you. So now we'll see how this transfers over into the riding and helping your independent seat, because we're going to be bareback, how to sit that, and how to ask the horse from a sitting trot into a nice, easy, smooth canter depart.